just this wall of water came over the bow and I couldn't hold on, and I just got flushed. I got flushed straight over the side, and I kind of popped up as the boat was going by, and the boats were going super fast. But because there were so many chase boats around, and we had an umpire boat that was like trying to see what was going on because there were flags being thrown and everybody yelling and screaming. And the boat was kind of bearing down on me dead straight, and I just thought, okay, I've got one shot here to go one way or the other. And as the boat just got to me, it just started to kind of veer off to my right, so I kind of rolled to my left and pulled my feet right up to me, and as the boat came along, as the boat kind of bore down on me, I put my feet up against the side as the boat kind of touched my feet, and as the boat touched my feet, I just pushed off as hard as I could, kind of down and away, and then pulled my feet right in because I knew the props were going to be coming through, right after the boat came through, and so I did that, and then I was waiting for the chop. I was waiting for the props to essentially slice my legs off. But it obviously missed and went right by me, and I kind of popped up and kind of turned, and I delivered a fair amount of colourful language to the people on the boat who kind of were, they were looking at the whole racing, then they heard this voice and looked out and looked behind them and realised that they'd just run over me. And I could kind of see that they had this just look of shock on their faces. He's still, like the guys came back from Japan, and because he went to Japan a month ago or whatever when they had the event there. And the guys came back, were going, Larry was telling the story about you falling off the boat in Newport and how, he turned the boat and you fell off, and I can just, when Larry Ellison tells a story, it's huge. He tells it with his arms, out, and, this big, he has this very deep laugh, when he laughs and tells a story, and, the F-bomb this and F-bomb that, and, when he tells a story, it's hilarious. So I could actually picture him telling the story. Okay. So my name's Brad Webb. I essentially was a professional yachtsman for most of my career. Although towards the end of my sailing career, I bought one of our old America's Cup yachts, USA 76, which was the yacht we used in 2003 for the America's Cup in Auckland. So we're essentially a charter vessel. We took an America's Cup boat and turned it into a charter vessel. I think we've taken between 7,000 and 8,000 people sailing in the last half dozen years. So, we've introduced a lot of people to the America's Cup arena, if you like. Successful. Now we've got a lot of regular corporate clients that just love bringing their employees or their own clients along sailing. So yeah, it's open to everybody really. It's there on the city front, and I'm very proud of what we've achieved there. We've never had anybody fall overboard. So. And whatever it is, 8,000 people come sailing. In fact, out of the 8,000 people, I think we've only had 2 people that have even been seasick. And I have a sneaky suspicion in both those cases it was more to do with the nocturnal activities the night before than the state of the boat. The boat's very, it's a big boat. It's an 84-foot boat. So and we don't go outside the gate. We don't go into an ocean swells. But even the chop that's whipped up on the bay is easy meat for 76. She just kind of slices right through, and it's a very, very smooth ride. And yes, it does tip over, but it's once everybody kind of gets used to that, it's actually part of the thrill. And everybody gets to drive, and we get people on the coffee grinders helping to raise the sails and help the boat through manoeuvres. So, but also most people that come out and sail on the boat want to know about the history of the boat and a little bit of the history of the America's Cup. The America's Cup history is just, it's 170 years old. It's a plethora of really interesting anecdotes along the timeline of the event. And they're all interesting, and they're all names that people know, from Larry Ellison to Vanderbilt to Baron Bick to Ted Turner and the Cokes, and there's some incredible wealthy 20s. I can't think of a better way of how I lived my 20s. I got to travel the world and go to 40 different countries and meet lots of incredibly cool people and sail on some great boats and sail with some great people and nothing to show for it. I knew I really wanted to have a great time in my 20s, but I also knew that I was setting myself up for the rest of my life. I was setting up my career. I was setting up, who I was as a person. I was setting up my, how I was viewed by other people. I was, that's really when you're growing is through your 20s, because you don't get that back. You don't get another shot at your 20s. You're never that healthy again. You're never that energetic again. You're never that free again. You never have so few responsibilities. And in your 20s, that is the only time when you have all of those things: the lack of responsibility, the ultimate freedom, and as I say, the energy and the health that you'll never. When you think about people who left behind a legacy, it really is a lifetime of work. And this business is a business. It's great now, but I don't see businesses as being legacies. This is just kind of something that I'm doing, and it is kind of fun for now, and is a great opportunity for me and for other people to come and experience sailing in the America's Cup. But I don't see that as a legacy. I think everybody's ambition should be to leave some kind of mark on the planet. Otherwise, what was the point in you being here? University wasn't for me. I couldn't imagine sitting in a university for 3 years in lecture theatres when I was, out sailing in the Mediterranean or in Hawaii or in Southeast Asia or and sailing off Miami. I mean, when I think of all those places where I got to sail and hang out and go to some amazing places, it was a great way to leave my 20s. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always feel as though there's more to learn, and I think this kind of goes back to my original, one of my earlier thoughts about college, where, potentially I did myself a disservice by not getting a college education. And I'm always looking for other people to give me that education, I guess. When people are very open from the get-go, I really enjoy those kind of people, because you feel as though that right from the get-go they've got something to offer. Back to that, I'd spend a lot of time getting up and going sailing, getting up, going to the gym, going sailing, being better at sailing every day, not sitting down and going, okay, I need to put together a budget, and a pro forma for this thing, and then I have these people to manage, and I have these personalities to deal with, and then I have this situation, whatever that situation might be, that's completely sprung out of nowhere that I have have never seen before, and I've kind of got to weave my way through it and figure out what the way is through here. So quite recently, I overstepped the line with this person that I'm working with, and I knew I had, and I knew it, and our relationship just fell apart. It just completely devolved. So I knew it was on me to repair. I know I need to change. You need to make some changes too, but ultimately I will make the changes, and then we can get this relationship. Those kind of experiences are when you can kind of go, okay, those are a kind of the crossroads of your own humility, and also being able to go, okay, I can manage this. This is actually part of my job to deal with this. So, from a professional standpoint, I don't have any regrets. Every single stupid thing that I did led to me being a better person. My philosophy from the very beginning is to take care of the people. If you take care of the people, the business will take care of itself.